how I made over $20,000 on Fiverr in just 30 days and how you can do it the same. So I've been growing my Fiverr journey for many years now, and this is my actual numbers. So I'm gonna refresh my page here. As you can see, last 30 days I was able to make over $22,000, and if I go into my month-to-month earnings on Fiverr in 2024, April has been almost $25,000, March 39, February 40, January 41. And the reason why you're seeing some decline is not because of the Fiverr, it's mostly because I actually put my services on pause, and that was back in March, and that's why it reflected in the April as well. And to tell you about my experience, and I'm primarily doing social media marketing services, Instagram and social media content. And recently I also gave a speech at Leap Summit, a conference for innovation, for marketing, for entrepreneurship in Croatia. And my talk was about Fiverr as well. So I mentioned my journey, I mentioned about freelancing. And the reason why I encourage you is because, first of all, you're gonna regret if you have not done this sooner. Because when you put your profile on Fiverr, you never know what will happen. And on the platform right now, there are over 5 million active buyers, 5.5 million active buyers at the moment, which means that if your service is increasing in the rankings and exposure, you can get exposed to a lot of buyers and you can be getting a lot of traffic. But of course, when you look at the Fiverr and to understand how high you can rank and how to get ranked there are a few things that I learned myself. The first one is Fiverr looks actually at your total number of reviews, right? So unfortunately, you cannot skip this part. You cannot have any shortcuts because you can just build reviews over time. So you need to be prepared that this will take some time, but once you reach a certain number of reviews for your actual gig, that gig is going to be more sustainable in the search, meaning that it's going to be having a higher chances to stay longer at the top. But another important factor, which is the second factor, which can happen right away, which you can work on right away, is the amount of repeating buyers that are coming to your service. Fiverr do look at this a lot. They want to have repeating buyers. So whenever your buyer is coming back to you, to order your service again, this is always going to be a positive indicator. The other factor, if you think about repeating buyers. For example, if you go to do a haircut, right? You're gonna go to your hairdresser who is doing your haircut, maybe probably it's gonna be a specific person. If the person changes the place, you're gonna still go to that person, which means that you're trusting that person. The same with your clients, right? They're gonna come to you, they're gonna have a good experience from you, and they're willing to come back again and again. I see this all the time on my service as well. When buyers remember about me, remember that they need social media help, content, or growth, they're gonna come to me. And doesn't matter where I am. I can be on Instagram, I can be on my email, or I can be on Fiverr. But the reason why I'm putting everything on Fiverr, because first of all, it's easier for me to communicate with buyers. Second, my team is already trained with the Fiverr system, meaning that when we get a new order, we have a system where my team member is responsible for that order, responsible for assigning it to the rest of my team, seeing what the order has. And it makes it much more efficient than for me than, for example, building a completely different setup where it's more like an independent, separate. And for me, it just makes sense to double down more on this and to try to scale this as much as possible. So the few things that I wanted to mention as well. When you start, and depending on what type of time you are in your Fiverr, if you have not been on Fiverr before and you're just trying to create Fiverr, go ahead and create, because you're gonna regret that you haven't done this sooner, 100%. The second, if you've been on Fiverr before and you're like, okay, maybe should I give it a try again? You should definitely give it a try, because when we look even at our, for example, we have, let's say we go to our search, right? We'll go to the social media marketing. You will see this and you'll be like, wow, there's definitely a big potential for me being there, because first of all, it's not very hard to stand out from others. You need to go as your face, you need to go as describing the service you do. Very simple here as well. My wife, she's actually part of my agency too. She's responsible for content, so we showcase our content service together, right? I mean, this is depending on your situation. If you have your girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband is in charge of your as well agency, that can be additional. A lot of sellers on Fiverr do this because they have also their loved ones part of the Fiverr journey. And the other thing with Fiverr, like besides standing out, besides just showing yourself, you can also go to any seller and you can see how many orders in queue the seller has, and you can just look at basically their pricing, and you can sell exactly, you can understand how much they're making from this service. So this makes it, again, very interesting because everyone wants to know the numbers, everyone wants to know how much they're selling or how much they're making from that service. So it makes it very, not easy, but you can still calculate approximate numbers. And the other important factor is that don't be afraid to price yourself, because on Fiverr, what I see, like for example, this service, it priced at $10. Okay, $10, and they're gonna promote you to 50 million highly effective social media users, which I'm not sure, probably they might do some fake followers, they might not do some fake followers. It seems like this seller is quite new as well. So try to, of course, avoid anything that is, try something unethical to do. But, for example, she's pricing herself quite low. And when you price yourself like this, you might get buyers who are gonna be demanding for you to do a lot more than you price yourself, who can be maybe not even understanding what you do. So you can have a lot of misunderstanding. I see this all the time. I hear this from the sellers I know, that when they have lower gigs, lower price gigs, and all the time there's something going on. Someone expected them to do completely different. Someone expected them to manage the whole account for $25. So it creates extra stress, a lot of misunderstanding. So don't do that. Try to price yourself as what you think will be appropriate for you to get. In my case, I do price myself higher because even when I'm pricing myself, for example, we can take a look at this service here. I'm pricing myself from 220 starts and goes up to 660. And I see buyers are coming to me and they are ordering my highest package, with $660, plus they're adding all the extras they see. It basically makes the package go to like $900. And this is what is interesting, because no matter where you buy, Fiverr or anything, that you will have buyers who want to have the best service, the most expensive service, all the extras because they want it. I see this all the time. I have friends who run their agencies, and some clients, they just put me on the best plan, just give me the VIP service, just give me the maximum you have. You'll have those buyers. But in order to attract those buyers, you need to look professional. So that's why you need to have a photo of you, you need to have a video of you, and essentially you can get the buyers like this. Another point, if you are currently working in a company, or you have your agency outside of Fiverr and if things are running well, or you're considering to go on Fiverr, it's not going to take a lot of time, meaning that to create your profile, you can do this in one day, put a professional picture, put a professional video, just video of yourself talking, and see what happens. Because with this number of active buyers, 5.5 million, you never know what will happen. And even to me at the conference where I spoke, a person came to me and she's like, I'm doing things on my own, things are fine, I'm focusing on the local market. Do you think Fiverr can be good for me? And I said, yes, why not? Because she can still do the same service that she's offering for local market, but she can be exposed to a lot of more buyers. Because, it's the same when we are searching for something. There are people who are gonna be searching for something more specific, and they will end up finding you, and you will build that relationship with the buyer. And who knows, maybe that buyer gonna be paying you for the next several years, several months, and you can build a strong relationship. I have actually one of sellers, also my friends, that he recommended a buyer to me, and this buyer have been ordering non-stop for almost over a year now. So you never know what the connection you can build. No matter which connection, if it's with a freelancer, with a seller, with a buyer, it can be very, very valuable, and that can, help your business grow a lot faster as well. So guys, I know that you've been probably seeing a lot of videos that you can work with clients, charge them thousands of dollars, but the reason why I'm passionate about Fiverr and I talk about Fiverr is that I feel there's still a lot of demand to be there and to be successful. And I don't mind you go on Fiverr and you're offering the same service as I'm offering. I don't mind about that. I will be just happy that this video helped you got extra push, and you were able to create service, and now you are able to make money from that. So I'm always encouraging to do that. And of course, if you need some help, you can just go to my newsletter, which you will see link in the description. You can go to my newsletter, you will see my Fiverr course, which by the way, I'm actually working on updating it as well. But this is quite updated version of the course, and you can just find all of the information, how to succeed on Fiverr, what you should do, what you should work on. It's completely free. And if you subscribe to my newsletter as well, I'll keep you more updated with some tips or some strategies, my numbers, behind the scenes content. So you'll be definitely benefiting a lot more from this. So consider subscribing. If you have any questions, anything you wanted to ask me, you can leave in the comments. You can share about your Fiverr journey, if it's been successful, if you've been stuck, if you've been having issues with success score. The biggest thing with the success score is, in my opinion, is still looking at those repeating clients. Of course, we always still have the private feedbacks, which are important, but the clients that are coming back to you, in my opinion, that's what I don't know exactly. I'm not insider of Fiverr. I don't have insider information for that, but I can just, based on my experience, based on what I see, because the more clients are coming back, the more my gigs are stable, they are in the search, they are ranked high enough, and I'm also getting a lot of a good responses on the new potential clients that are coming back to me. So guys, let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for your support. Consider subscribing to my newsletter to stay in touch and get a free Fiverr course. And if you have any questions, you can also send me a message on Instagram, send me a DM, just explain your issue, explain what you're going through, and I'll do my best to get back to you, or just leave in the comments. Thanks so much.